Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is an update for XRP. I wanted to go over this real quick on the daily just because we're in the middle of a pretty complex correction. But my overall bias is we are still in a bear market, and I think we'll get final target in the bearish market here around 13 to 14 cents. And reason for that is I have this as 3 waves up for our A wave. We then had a complex correction for our A wave, double zigzag as an ABC. We then had a 3-wave move to the upside as a flat, and we rejected really hard on this one. So my anticipation is we reach the 1-to-1 extension of our A wave off our B wave for our C, and that reaches right there, as you can see, at 13.69 cents. Also hitting the bottom of the channel to complete this overall bear market. Now, alternatively, the only way it can pretty much switch here is if we end up correcting to the upside in some sort of flat pattern before we get a move to the upside, and then that would be a larger wave where this is the low here. This is our A wave up. We then get a B and a C to the upside. So that's kind of the only way I see us getting out of this before making new lows below our low in June of 2022. So looking for this move to complete. It's been a pretty frustrating couple weeks in the market just because the corrections just keep running out slowly, and it's hard to get a grasp on the complex nature of it. But if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been looking for this move up between the 50 and the 618 of this first wave down, looking to get that move to the downside as our wave 1 in the ending diagonal. Let's get in closer here. I have a couple things set up here. I'm currently long on this trade, but I'm tempted to bail on it as soon as we get sort of break even. But I haven't made a decision yet on that. My stop's here right at this low previous. Got in around this area as we're getting this move up and just kind of drifting sideways from here. So a couple ways I have this. Originally I thought this could be a triangle to the upside, which is still possible, but it's now becoming my, I'm just going to get my trade set up out of there. It's now becoming my secondary count, the trade to the upside, and my primary is becoming the fact that this could be a flat to the downside, like so, where we get our W wave as a 3-wave pattern. We then get a really long B as a W, X, Y, and we get our final move up and create this flat pattern. So I might be interested in the long if we come down to this area in a corrective manner, and that would make a larger flat pattern here, in which place we would look for a short from up in this area. But we got to wait and see what pans out here. But the high probability area we'd be looking for is between the 1.05 to the 1.382, most commonly hitting between the 1.236 and the 382, right in this area for our X wave. And the alternate count is this is a wave up or W wave, looking for a triangle B wave or X wave, like so. A, B, C, D, E, and then we make our move to the upside, and which place we'd be able to target this better once we hit it. But it would come and bring us up between the 50 and the 618 of that original down move right here. So as you can see, it's very complex at the moment. Thinking about bailing on this trade pretty close to break even, and then seeing if we get the triangle for a re-entry, like so, in which turn I would take a long once this completes. I'm not going to go into that setup yet because it's a long ways away, but I'd look for a long again, something like this. But at least if I bail out at break even, I eliminate this possibility of a loss before having to take my trade again. So pretty neutral on this at the moment. We'll see what we get. I know that originally we had this option as an A, B, C, D, E, but the shape of it is all, it doesn't look right because our triangle would look like this. It looks more of like a barrier triangle. And if we pull it down from the original, there's no symmetry at all in this triangle setup, which is why I have it potentially as a triangle to the upside or this flat pattern. The reasoning for that is the shape of all this. It doesn't look correct at all. And this actually looks like a flat here. If you go down in the micro, might need one more low, but that looks like a flat where we might get a connecting wave and potentially another flat down for our X wave before the flat pans out in a larger setup like so. So that's my view on XRP at the moment. Looking for further downside long term, but at the moment just want to see how this pans out and looking to bail on my trade at close to break even. I'll leave it here for now, but if we get any higher movement, I'll move it up to the next level and look to bail out at break even and let this become a little more clear and get some higher probability setups on this one. So once again, looking for this move down here, up, then new lows, like so, where this is all a flat pattern, or we finish up in a triangle here, get our X wave, and then short. So we'll see what we get. If you want to get the updates on this, any trade setups I'm taking, be sure to subscribe. There's a lot better trade setups and other things I'm covering if you want to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.